Greetings, one and all, and you might be wondering, what's Pwnsalot doing over at the Crag of Doom? And why is he playing Thief White Mage? And what is up with his Lockstyle? So today I've got a video for you guys where I'm going to show you how to actually duplicate an item for your Lockstyle. Now a lot of people know about this trick. I'll give you an example of how you might go about it in the traditional sense. So let's take a look at this Lockstyle right here. Let's say that I want to actually take a sword that I only have one copy of, or a dagger, either way. So first off, let's find a dagger that we only have one copy of in the entire game. So that would be odium. Okay, so here you go, odium. So if I wanted to actually put an odium in both hands, I would Lockstyle with the odium in one of the two hands, and then I would actually equip the rare exclusive odium to the other hand. So here's an example, a working example. This is my main hand equipped with an odium. Now understand that there's only one model of this odium in the entire game, so I can't duplicate it unless I use the duplicate trick, which I'll show you how to do. But in this way, you can take an item that you only have one of, and you can put it into both hands, only assuming that you're actually equipping it. So, you saw that I Lockstyled the main dagger to be an odium, so I'll actually put odium in my offhand. Okay, now there was no Lockstyle on my offhand, so I'll go to that equipset, and you can see there's no Lockstyle for the skin on the offhand dagger. So what's going to happen is I'm going to style lock, and my offhand dagger is going to be the regular whatever I have equipped, which happens to be an odium, and the main hand is going to be skinned to look like the odium that I actually have equipped. So I could do the exact same thing in reverse. I could actually take this and leave it as the offhand. So the exact same thing in reverse. But you see now if I skin it, the main dagger is not skinned. So it's going to be whatever my main dagger actually is equipped. Now if I want to duplicate the odium, doing this technique, it's just as simple as swapping the dagger to the unskinned slot, which would be the main hand. So there you go. So I'll actually refresh the skin. And as you can see now, I've actually got two odiums equipped, right? But I only have one actual odium in my inventory. So then, knowing that, let's take a look at some other stuff, shall we? Come here, Miss Lizard. So here I am with my two daggers out, my two odiums that I should only have one of, but I have two. I technically only have one copy of the dagger, but I have two skins because of this trick. Now, how can I actually physically make two skins but not have the odium equipped? Is that possible? For the longest time I thought no. But look at this, you guys. Are you ready for this? Are you fucking ready for this? This is two skins of the exact same dagger that's Rare EX, and I don't have them equipped. I do not have them equipped. This is a chicken knife 2, and I don't have it equipped right now. So how am I doing this? How on earth do I have two chicken knife 2s equipped? Well, I know a trick. See how it's rare exclusive? I only have one. If I were to take, let's use another, since I've got that skin actually glitched, I won't actually augment, I won't make any changes to it. Let's say that I want to do it again though. Let's say that I have the chicken knife 2, and I want to actually put it in both slots. Well, here's what typically happens when you try to take that chicken knife and put it in another slot. See how it actually just moves to the other slot, but unequips from the first slot? Well, that's a problem, isn't it? So how do I get them in both slots? Well, I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you the whole trick. So what you do is you actually get the item, the Rare EX item, and you put it on your equipset in one of the two slots. Doesn't matter which one. And then you actually save that equipset by backing out of it. So like for example, if I was in my mug, I would put the chicken knife, let's say I put the chicken knife on the main slot, and then I hit escape to get out of it. So now it's saved, right? And then I actually drop that item on the fucking ground. I drop it on the fucking ground. That's the trick. Okay? Once I've dropped it, I go get another one. Once I have the second one, I simply go back to the equip set that has the old copy, which remember, we've dropped that one, so it no longer exists. And then I just move the chicken knife to the other slot. And because I dropped the original one, it doesn't unequip the original one. So as you can see, I did that trick here, and it did not unequip the first chicken knife because it no longer existed. But when the game checks to actually reskin your character, it just looks for a chicken knife. It doesn't actually look for the specific one that you might have dropped. So I'm able to actually take the same chicken knife from my inventory and put it in both slots with this technique. And how do you get a second chicken knife? Well, just like anything in the game, you go out and find the boss that drops that rare EX item and you go farm it a second time. It's that simple, you guys. So, for example, there's a dude over here somewhere. I don't know where he is. Let me get on my mount. So there's a dude somewhere around here. God, I feel so slow. So slow, guys. So slow. And he actually drops chicken knife during the event, of course. It's a ram. I've already killed him, so he probably hasn't respawned yet. But so there's this ram that runs around in this zone. It's a really big monster. And he drops 6 chicken knives. So you actually only have to kill him the one time and then glitch your character equip sets as you need to in that moment. But yeah, it's a fantastic way to get 2 copies of the same knife. I highly encourage people to abuse the fuck out of it, especially in this event, because the game developers were stupid and only actually came out with 1 copy of this chicken knife. So there is no chicken knife for your offhand unless you know this trick. So I'm going to post this video before this event ends, which should be sometime in May of next year. So you have plenty of time to actually get your glitched equip sets put together. But again, the whole technique is to actually go to the equip set you want to actually glitch. You put the rare EX item in one of the 2 slots. Then you throw it away after you save that equip set by backing out of it. And then you go farm that equip set rare EX item again. And then you go back to the same equip set that has the glitched equip set where the item's actually thrown away. And you just go to the empty slot and put the new dagger there. And that's it. And you can do this with any item in the game. Any item in the game that you want to actually put a copy of on your character. If it's rare EX, game doesn't care. You want 2 odiums, but you don't want to actually physically be using an odium? Not a problem. Throw your odium away after you've skinned your character, and then go farm you another odium, put that on your off slot, and there you go. Done. You want 2 Twashtars, but you don't want to have Twashtar equipped? Oh, that's simple. You take your first Twashtar, you equip set, you throw it on the fucking ground, and then you go farm another Twashtar, you put it on your other off slot for your equip set. Done. As long as you have 1 copy of it after the fact, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at that point. Just, there you go. Now, I might note that the equip set works in mysterious ways when it comes to Empyrean weapons, because as you level up your Twashtar, just like any other piece of gear, when you level it up, or high quality version it, like if I go a +2, +3, or whatever on this gear, with the Twashtar and with all this other JSE that you can get to +1, +2, and +3, you have to have the actual item. The actual item, not the skin for the item, not the model for the item, but the actual item. So what I'm trying to say is, if I have a Skulker's bonnet, okay, if I have a Skulker's bonnet, and I put my equip set together, and it is equipped with a Skulker's bonnet in this slot, and then I go back to the town, and I get a high-quality version of Skulker's bonnet. As soon as I actually get rid of that Skulker's bonnet, this equip set no longer can skin that head. If I get the +1 version, this equip set can no longer skin the head. Because remember, in this hypothetical, this Skulker's bonnet is normal quality in this slot. So when I get the high-quality version of it, okay, and I have the high-quality version in my inventory, if the normal quality is still locked on my equip set, well, that's too bad. When the game checks, it's not going to see that I have the Skulker's bonnet, so it's going to not skin that slot. So what I'm getting at here is, with the Twashtar example, which is an extreme example but totally doable, if you get the level 75 Twashtar, or whatever level it happens to be, I think it might be 80, And okay, let's say you get the level 80 Twashtar, but then you level it up to 85. But your skin has the level 80 Twashtar. Okay, when you actually skin with that equip set, if you no longer have the level 80 Twashtar, but you have the level 85 Twashtar, guess what? Guess what? You don't get the level 80 Twashtar anymore in that skin. So very important, if you're actually going to try this glitch with something like RME, don't come crying to me because you threw it away and then your glitch no longer works because you augmented it or upgraded it and got a different item. Don't come crying to me if you throw away your RME to make this glitch work. But that's how it works, alright? So you have to have the actual physical item you're trying to equip, which I have the chicken knife too. Check. So this slot can be a chicken knife too. Go to this slot. I have the chicken knife too. That's all the game cares about. Do I have the item? Yes. Check. Okay, that slot can be skinned. I have the death penalty. Now what if this was a level 95 death penalty? Right? What if this was a level 95 death penalty in this slot? Well, I no longer have the level 95 death penalty, so I cannot skin that slot for a level 95 death penalty. I have to actually upgrade this skin on the slot to a level 99 death penalty. That's my point. That's my point, you guys. So when we go over this artifact thing, and you see this Twashtar level 85, when I upgrade this Twashtar to level 90, when it hits level 90, this equip set, the way it is, will no longer work, because the level 85 Twashtar does not exist anymore. So if I took that level 90 Twashtar and I put it in this slot, and then I threw it on the ground, and then I go to this slot, and I put another level 90 Twashtar here, that's all fine, well, and good. That is. It really is, as long as I still have the level 90 Twashtar. If I still have it, both of these slots check and check. They're both level 90, that's fine. But if this is a level 90 Twashtar and this is a level 85 Twashtar, you got a big problem. Unless you physically have both of those Twashtars in your inventory, you're not going to get the skin the way you want it. Alright? So ideally, what you would do is, for this glitch, if you really like this dagger, you'll get the basic cookie cutter level 80 Twashtar. You'll skin it to one of the two slots on one of your equip sets. Then you're going to throw that motherfucker on the ground, and you're going to go get another basic level 80 Twashtar. And then you're going to skin the other slot. And then you're going to take that Twashtar and you're going to go put it in your mog house, where it's safe. And you're going to leave it alone. And that way, every time you come out on any job that has dual daggers, doesn't matter, you don't need the Twashtar equipped. You don't need it equipped. It's in both slots now. It is. And it's the same item being skinned in both slots. That's what's important. Because that's the interesting thing. That actually, interestingly enough, works the way it does. So just another heads up. Don't come crying to me if you drop something. But you have to actually drop something to get this duplicate glitch to work. And if you want to see it one last time, let me see if I can actually... I don't really want to actually re-glitch it because I don't know how often these mobs spawn. I'd be interested to find this boss, though. Oh, there he is. He's right here. So he's in the corner. So this is the guy that actually drops the chicken knife, too. It's just the same as the old rams. They're near the crags. The Lethane one is much more west than this one. You do need trusts in order to solo him, or you're going to be here for a while. His Great Bleak can kill you at 119, so keep that in mind. You really will have trouble soloing this guy at 119 with no trusts. Take it from me, I did die. As Geo, I was Geo and I died, but whatever. You could kill it. That's like Paladin or Rune or something, or maybe even Red Mage. But he can also kill you, so keep that in mind. He also doesn't aggro, so you could just get off right in front of him and he doesn't care. Really doesn't care about you. But he's the guy that's going to drop the chicken knife. So if you want this fancy chicken knife and you want to have 2 copies of it, you got to know this glitch, bro. You got to know it. That's the only way you're going to get 2 copies of this. So the whole process from start to finish one last time is fight Rambunctious Rex. I would recommend you do it with a party. That way you have a treasure pool when you defeat him, and 6 copies of this dagger will drop. You only need 1 friend in your party, and 6 copies of this dagger will drop every time. And then you're going to lot your first dagger. You're going to get your first dagger in your inventory. I don't want to attack him. No, leave me alone, Rex. He's trying to get me to attack him. He knows what's up. Okay, so, and then you're going to get your first chicken knife in your inventory. Then you're going to go to the equip set you plan on actually skinning the dual wield dagger with, which in my case was my JSE Thief. Okay, great. So once you have that equip set modified with the chicken knife locked into one of the 2 slots, then you take that specific chicken knife and you throw it away. And then you do not touch that equip set until you get another chicken knife. And then when you have the second chicken knife, you simply put it in the other slot. And that's it. So you get your second chicken knife and you put it in your other slot. Yeah. And that's how you do it. So if I were to take this equip set and click on either of these, chances are I'm actually going to get it to drop off. And I'm going to have to re-glitch by getting another one, which is quite simple. I just go over there, kill the Rex, and then lot the new item once one of these 2 is skinned. But that's how you would skin it, guys. It's that simple. No tricks, no dirty schemes. Very simple strategy here. Works with anything that's Rare EX, by the way. But remember, you have to physically, when everything is said and done, you have to physically have that specific item in your inventory somewhere. So safe, mog safe, whatever. It's got to exist. If you throw it away, you can't skin it. You have to have the item to skin it. If you put it in storage, you can't skin it. Like if you put it on like your porter slip, you can't skin it anymore. You have to physically have it in one of your boxes. And then as long as you have 1 copy of it, you can take the duplicate version on your equip set. Doesn't even care. The game doesn't even check. As long as you have the 1 chicken knife, you're good. Similarly, if you have the 1 Twashtar, but you actually skinned 2 of them by doing this glitch, you're good. Absolutely good. And that's it, guys. That's it for this video. So if you ever want to duplicate items, now you know how to do it. And again, I'm not actually equipping either of the chicken knives, but I have them both on my character as the skin. And that's it. That's how you do it.